3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire, Zach Phillips, back in the house. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get to your questions, comments, concerns, previewing a big week of college football, before we get into all that and a lot more, let me remind everybody that Hit the Books is brought to you by FanDuel. You might have heard of them, and you can make every moment more this college football season with a win on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Love FanDuel, first to market, whether it be the upcoming week of games, whether it be FCS games. I know I'm not the only one to notice the FCS games. I see a lot of you have already bet those this week, just taking a peek at those at FanDuel before the show. But right now, all customers can get a profit boost every single college football game day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. I know you guys are going to be watching the game. We'll be talking about it. I got it on my hat. The Ohio State, Oregon, you can get a profit boost there. And a lot of other games, Texas, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, LSU. You can use your bets on spreads, live bets, totals, and so much more. Love FanDuel. We bet a bunch of season win totals all the way back. In fact, I looked at some of my first tickets at FanDuel. I think it was in January. It was my first college football bet that I made for this season back in January. And you can visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer: you must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in requirements. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/help.com. That's the first time reading that, so sorry. I guess reading comprehension.
You got in a good rhythm with the other one. Now they
threw me for a loop just when the old Roddy Piper. Just when I had the answers, they changed the questions for me. So they changed the teleprompter on me. I'm struggling. I didn't know. I look confused up there. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
You're pretty busy this morning.
Yeah, well, you know what? Running around a little bit this morning. I know forward progress. People are, I had the hitman running around on the show last night, which got a lot of flack. And hey, it's Friday, week 7. We got to have a little back-to-back here after the big week last week. Hoping we can keep it rolling. Hashtag in the lab and see what we can find for this weekend here.
Yeah, Zach, can you bring up the best bets? We've already had a few best bets that we've already given out. I think I got them here. Tonight, Northwestern, Maryland, over the total. Looks like the markets agreed with that one.
Yep.
I got a little bit of CLV there. Not so much for San Diego State. They're actually an underdog now against Wyoming. So a little bit negative there. We're not missing anything. Nothing key number there. Oklahoma is as bad as it gets. Keep in mind, that was in the summer. We didn't give that out earlier this week. But, that was one that we did not do so good there. BG -2.5, kind of holding there. I think it's 2 in a lot of spots. Memphis -6.5. Glad that's keeping. I am stunned at that line. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'll get my teeth kicked down my throat. But that's not even getting played in Tampa. That's in Orlando. Getting played in Orlando. That line's still the same. Do they think it's still being played in Tampa? It's a neutral site now. Holding at 7. I don't think the quarterback's going to play for South Florida. Just letting you all know, but whatever. The practice is disruptive. I don't know. What do I know? Team total Hawaii. We're liking that. We might have another bet in that game.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Let's just get to the chat. Stars of the show are you guys, not us. You guys, the chat. Oh, you know what? We do want to put our hands together for Zach Phillips returning to the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, after, I know he's been doing edge work, been having
Been
himself
on
a great time
NHL
off the show.
documentaries.
Yeah, documentaries. Having I'm sure he's been all around Toronto, family time, maybe a little girlfriend time, maybe a little.
And they got the big holiday coming up, so I don't know. Are we gonna have a show Monday?
And Indian Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So I guess
I'm
no
sure
show on Monday now, I guess. Is that what
I can't believe we're
There's
working
a show.
today.
There's a show. Relax.
okay.
There's a show.
I knew it was a holiday there in Canada, so I didn't know.
No, there's a show.
Is it actually today? Canadian Thanksgiving?
No, it's Monday.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monday. Okay.
That's what I said. Are we gonna have a show Monday? I mean, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, we should probably take 2 weeks off if we're following the the Canada walk of here. So yeah. I'm glad to have him back though.
Speaking of shows, I'm gonna give you some homework right now. We gotta decide for this. We're having a Saturday show this week, right? I'm gonna give Knish the job of finding a good game. My vote right now would be Washington, Iowa.
Noon game for tomorrow. So our options: Ball State, Kent State.
Yeah, big one.
Clemson, Wake, Tech, North Carolina, no. Rutgers, Wisconsin, South Carolina, Alabama, Washington, Iowa. Yeah, let's do the big noon, the Fox big noon.
Yeah, we'll do the Fox big noon. So
Iowa.
we'll do that. We'll preview. We'll give out some FCS stuff, anything that we're seeing before the big games start kicking off at 3:30 Eastern. A lot of big games we'll get into. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the chat. So again, if you're tuning in, we are going to have a Saturday show this week. Big noon kickoff, halftime, Wisconsin, Iowa. Should be a very competitive game. Austin Hanson, happy Friday once again, guys. Thoughts on the line movement in BYU Zona? Probably missed opportunity by me not betting Arizona. I didn't trust them after last week, but it's more in line with my power rating now. I got it closer to 3, so I would not bet it now. Did you do anything with that one?
No, I got nothing on this game, and I wasn't particularly really dying to get involved here, if I'm going to be honest with you.
I agree.
Where it was at. I thought a round 3 was okay. I thought both teams have a lot of flaws. I mean, the performances have been up and down. A gun to my head. I wouldn't lay 3 now. I'd say gun to my head. There's some 3s out there. I'd lay BYU at 3, but not a strong opinion on this game whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not involved side or total. It'd take a lot for me to get involved there. Charles in the chat. Happy Friday, guys. Right back at you, Charles. Is Phillips back from hanging out with Bezos and the rest of the NHL? Yep. How is Kent State getting bet this week? Yeah, Ball State -4.5 is best bet material. Brutal last night for the James Madison under all numbers. Hey, speaking of last night, what was with that Coastal Carolina money? I mean, you want to respect the market, but that was silly.
That was,
not even close.
No, I was gonna say they were dead mid-second quarter. That game was over. Also, you know, I had a big middle shot last night, and that I thought was going way over, and then actually ended up under on the original number. So
the total on JMU.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I agree.
Yeah, and you know what? You had sniffed that. We had talked about, like, man, this got up there. Should we?
We should have gave it out.
Yeah, I know. Should we come back on under? And then, like, you know, a quarter in would have been like, 2 morons, and then 7 points the entire second half. That game just completely died. Second half, it was like both teams just kind of went into a shell and chalked it up to being over.
Game of the week: Ball State, Kent State. Statistically, the 2 worst teams in college football. Who you got?
Yeah,
I'm laying it with Ball State.
Okay, you know, I was gonna say I was a little I was a little I thought the 6.5-ish was fine, and so I would say I disagree with not that it's gone through, you know, a ton of keys here from 6.5 to 4.5, but I'm on the Ball State side of things now too. I think the only position group that I think is halfway decent is the Ball State offense.
I agree. It's actually decent. I mean, I think the offense is decent. So besides the Miami game, but that just is what it is. But Ball State for me. I don't know best bet. Let's see. Let's wait an hour. See if it ever tricks down to 4. 4 would be a go on best bet. Bert Brownies, happy Friday, fellas. Right back at you, Bert. Is it time to play the Buckeyes? Yeah, I mean, I'm greedy. I'm waiting to see what happens tomorrow. If we get a cheaper money line. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm just waiting, but 3 is good enough for me to make a bet on the Buckeyes, but let's see on tomorrow's show. Where are you at here? Are you surprised with all the Oregon money? I'm a little surprised.
I'm in lockstep with you to play Ohio State. Either, I'll be looking for some cheap money line on exchange tomorrow or a -2.5.
Yeah.
That would be, I saw it, at like 4, maybe, but I think there was a flicker of 4.5s out there. I see that. But man, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't want to overreact to one data point. I watched a lot of that Ohio State game last week and was just like, it looks like it's coming together. And there's not a game in Oregon where I've been overly impressed.
I agree. What's the data point? The Oregon State game, the Oregon State team that everybody bets against every week in the market. There's not one game. Show me the game that gives you confidence that Oregon is Ohio State might be the team this year. We're gonna find out Saturday night.
Yep.
That's one. I hate to do it to you guys, but let's check back in on that one tomorrow show. That was another missed one. And we had a great week last week, but that was one we should have had Ohio State -17, part of the portfolio. Missed.
Yeah.
I think we'd have had a Saturday show, not to blame Phillips, but could have been 8-1, could have been 9-1. Just saying. I'm joking.
Where's the credit for no show and having the best week ever?
Yeah.
We had to get
other way.
We had to get the Leafs stench off the show and get back into that. So it's got a good point there. The Zach drop. Thank God. I've watched some of our other content. Jesus Christ! If we had Purdue Jason on this show, he never shut that. I'm watching him on the forward progress. The guy speaks up every 2 seconds. I'm trying to watch Pizzola Hitman. I'm not trying to hear from you. Jesus Christ! So I get respect. Zach's got the real, the good timed drop-ins, whereas producer Jason never shuts the hell up. It's like, is this the producer Jason show? No. People are tuning in for the real talent, not Takes by Jay. That's why he's only got, whatever, 300 followers. No, it Takes by Jay's not taking off.
Charles in the chat. I don't think FAU has the offense to keep with North Texas. -5.5 seems cheap.
What's with that money?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I haven't put North Texas anywhere on any show, so I don't mind.
Let's go. If it's under 6, I'm in. 5.5.
Do it. 5.5 reduced juice. Let's do it. Best bet, North Texas. I agree. They can't hang.
No, I don't understand that move. I thought, if anything, this might be a little bit of the 2024 market, that it would go out, that we would see 7s as opposed to 5.5. Could be wrong here. I know FAU
did see. I think it early in the week it hit 7 and came right back.
Come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a very interesting market. I don't have as much respect for the market this year. I just don't. Until I see something different.
And it does seem like, man, outside of a select few games on a weekly basis, maybe an injury, maybe something, the numbers just bounce back.
Yeah.
Like there's no, anytime it gets even remotely outside of a key, it's bouncing back to where it came from. So yeah, I like them. I mean, I hadn't actually played the North Texas yet, but under 6, give it to me.
All right, best bet. There we go. Action Sports Central, we appreciate you being a new member. Bailey 314. Georgia AO -10. Oh, Cornell plus 10.
Oh, that's the game.
What's the GAAO -10? What's that?
I don't know, but
Cornell plus 10.5 tonight. Did you do anything with the FCS tonight?
We did take some Cornell. I think it was mostly 11.5, but I think
I agree with that move. I wonder who moved on that. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm closer to 8 on that one from a power rating.
Yeah, there you go. You want to punch it in at 10.5?
Let's do it. 10.5. Best bet. FCS best bet. Cornell.
FCS. People are always begging for it. There you go. I'm glad it lined up there. Of course, Harvard probably wins by 100, but yeah, I like that.
It's Georgia Southern -1.
Georgia Southern.
I'm not involved on that game.
No, me neither.
Did that just flip? It was Marshall all week.
Yeah, it did just. So it seems like a little bit of a mover. I mean, not like it's gone basically 1.5 to 1 to 1 and pick, but I am not involved on that either way.
I'm lean under, I guess. I don't know. Nah, I'm not really interested unless they got the key number there. Action Sports Central. Curious. We talked about the Ball State game. Ball State -9 or so. Yeah, I don't know what the line's dropping. There's interesting moves on MAC games. I wouldn't get paralyzed by some of the moves. I'm just being honest. I'm not. So it's not like I have a Ball State -6.5 ticket and I'm not scared right now. So Alex in the chat still in on Memphis. Yeah, I'm still in on Memphis. Even with the move to Orlando, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's a neutral site. There ain't gonna be nobody there. I mean, it just
There is not.
I don't get it. I mean, I must be really missing something on this one or not. Yeah, I'll own it. I'll take it. There it goes, 7.5. But it's not moving. I mean, I know home field's not worth much anymore, but I mean, come on, that it's worth a point or so. Positive for Memphis that it's not being played in Raymond James, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think this all comes down to like Byron Brown. Like, is he? I haven't heard much, regardless either way. And so
probably until tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's
he said he's day to day.
Yeah.
My guys thought it's they're more negative. I'll just put it
and I think I've heard the same too from some. So my guess is if he gets officially ruled out, that gets close. That goes up to closer to probably 9.5.
Oh, I think it might even go higher than that.
You think you might crow 10? Yeah. I mean, so yeah, that's all the.
I think just people, it's bottom of the rotation. People are like, oh, it'll get canceled. It'll get canceled. I'm a go. That's my biggest position of the week is Memphis. Guys, I like the portfolio this week. Yep, we're adding that portfolio. Yep, Memphis still good. It's still good, folks. I still like it. Everyone. What am I? Is Hennigan playing? Is it? I mean, what am I missing here? Jeez, how to win? We like ASU +6 tonight. Where are you at on this one? You want to talk about debacles?
Well, I mean, this is
as the world turns.
As the rising turns here. I think I've seen it enough from enough places tonight. Because midweek. I hear from people, no, they're going to give him one more week. And then now McMurphy's in. One of the Utah sites says he's in. I think I tell you what, though. And again, college is a little different because of the massive difference sometimes between backup. I don't love playing on a quarterback the first game after he's been on a layoff for a few weeks. I just think that timing that sometimes, and I've been burned with that in the past where the market kind of adjusts, where it's been back to it, like that. So with that said, is Cam Rising an obvious upgrade, even, with a shaky finger? Absolutely. So, I kind of think it's all right. Like where it's at now, that's 6.5.
That's priced in now.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the spot for Utah, and I think Arizona State schedule is overrated. So I did bet Utah. I know a lot of people I respect are on Arizona State. We'll see what happens tonight. Zach in the chat, UNLV bounce back, Utah State. Speaking of tonight's games, Utah State is not good. Well, that's why UNLV's in their biggest away favorite role in the history of UNLV football. I'm waiting. I was waiting for some local shops here, in the weeds. The stations, properties, and stuff get very pro UNLV in some spots. So I was waiting to bet actually Utah State if I got an inflated number on UNLV, but it just has never showed. Have you bet this game?
No, not yet. And I'm with you. I just think, man, you're paying a premium on UNLV right now. And I would have needed probably a 21.
I agree.
And it was never shown, in some 19.5s and stuff, but that was as rich as it got. So it's kind of in the no man zone here. But man, I agree with you that even at 18.5, I think it's rich on it.
Utah was laying this number at Utah State. I mean, this is unbelievable.
It's a big price to pay on, the running reps here. So, I wouldn't anticipate being involved. Maybe if I'm around for an early score or something, you can get a 24.5 or something live. If I'm locked in for the live betting, then but probably a no play on that one.
Brendan in the chat, any teams on quit watch besides the obvious UAB and Purdue off top of his head? No, those are definitely the two. Bama Baylor's on a bye.
Yeah.
That's the two.
Where are you at on because this we talked about this a little month. The Purdue
Hudson Card's out, right?
Yeah, Hudson Card's out. Purdue backup quarterback here. I don't
I heard
really
he's really bad, is what I was told.
Because
I haven't watched a lot of Purdue football than the Notre Dame game. I don't like laying this number with Illinois. They got Michigan on deck.
Yeah,
I can't get to the number in my power ratings, even taking Card out. I didn't bet it.
Yeah,
maybe under.
I know.
Maybe under, but Purdue's defense is so terrible. Wisconsin wasn't even functioning that great last week, and they still allowed 52.
I know.
I mean, they're bad. I know you said worst team, bottom 10, 5 team in the country, counting even the.
And I mean, maybe if this guy's terrible, then I might circle back to that take. If this new because I mean,
we got a super chat. I'm so sorry, I'm blind. $20 super chat. We got to get to. My bad on that one, guys. Crypt Zombie, we appreciate you.
I think I know this guy from Twitter a little bit.
Good evening, gents. Gun to head. Who wins the Big 12 championship? Welcome back, Zach. Thank you, gentlemen. No, thank you for the $20. And Zach thanks you for the $20. He's gonna take his girlfriend apple picking tomorrow. So maybe no show now.
Yeah, Crypto, you zombie, you just ruined the Saturday show. $20. Then now he's gonna be off till Wednesday. If I knew you were gonna ask this, I would have went and got the Coach Prime shades. But
who are we taking to win? Oh my god, I don't know, honestly.
That's probably the game I can't wait to watch them. I mean, there's some nice games this weekend. I'm excited to see the Kansas State Colorado because
Iowa State West Virginia is going to be a good game.
Yeah. There's going to be some big movers in the Big 12 this weekend. So you know what? There was a Colorado, and I regret missing this. Well, there was a Colorado 16-1 between last week and this week that I didn't jump on. And then it was down to 10 by the time I was up and around. So yeah,
I'll tell you who's not going to win: UCF, Oklahoma State.
No
teams that that I bet early in the season, they're done. I want to see Utah tonight. We'll come back to this. I kind of need this week.
Is this a buy low on Utah? It's 470 right now at FanDuel.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet. I mean,
I don't think so either.
That's not low enough for them to lose, and it's 470. They were like what were they, like 350, 4-1 summer? That didn't drop enough.
I agree. Yeah,
I hate saying this, but I want to see this week's games. So there's so many like point spreads that are under a touchdown this week. That's gonna. If Iowa State beats West Virginia, I mean, then I'll finally say, hey, they deserve to be the favorite.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they win that game, I think not that it's like official, but they're kind of almost punching their ticket to the title game. Because they still got Kansas, they still got Cincinnati at home, they still got UCF at home. They could then they have the margin those last 2 weeks where you lose to a Utah or Kansas State, you've already built up enough margin to get in the title game. So that's
speaking of Big 12. Yeah, speaking of Big 12 and Super Chats, got another one. High value conversations, but $1.99. Colorado, go to Mickey D's, get a value menu. Colorado, Kansas. I don't know. I haven't been to McDonald's in forever, even though I'm fat. What is there still the dollar menu there? I haven't been to Mickey D's in years.
The dollar menu is a thing of the past everywhere. Like,
man, I am so
99 cents or $1 anymore. Maybe I think they do the pot, like a soda in the summer. You can get like $1, like large Coke or something at McDonald's, but
Zach says it's the value menu now.
It's because nothing's actually $1. So that's the value menu because you're paying like $2-3 per. So yeah.
Them McChickens when they were $1 weren't too bad. Double cheeseburger for $1.
I'm out on McDonald's.
I'm out on McDonald's too. I'm just talking 20 years ago in college.
Yeah.
I'm way out on McDonald's.
Fast food, I'm not going to McDonald's. Like, that's not, if I'm going with the guilty pleasure.
Off subject, if you're doing fast food, where are you going?
I mean, is Chick-fil-A is too cliche of an answer? Because they just open.
Too easy. It's almost too quality to say.
I was going to say it almost is a level above like the trash fast food. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bet. Give me an Arby's. Give me an Arby's.
All right.
Give me a little like beef and cheddar. You know what? With the little, I love the horsey sauce. The horsey sauce and the Arby's sauce. You mix them together. You get a little. It's like the Wendy's is a great. Wendy's is
when Wendy's is on. Wendy's is. I mean, when
Yeah.
you get them fresh fries, everything's
Yeah.
fresh. Wendy's.
big
It's tough to beat
variance
Wendy's.
in the quality. Like if you, depending on which Wendy's you go to, there's some Wendy's and some.
I ate at a
questionable
Wendy's in
out there.
Cody, Wyoming, traveling. This is when you can tell it's good. There was nothing but like old couples in there. When are old people eating fast food? It was just nothing but old people in there. Me and my dad going there like, what is going on? It was the best fast food burger I've ever had in my life. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, did they get this from one of the farms? The meat from one of the farms here in Wyoming? It was ridiculous. It was like it was as good of a hamburger as any place. I mean, it could be down at the Wynn.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that good.
Whatever that burger, the $100 burger at Circa, the bourbon burger, whatever. A Taco Bell is a no-go for me now.
Oh, way no. I mean, when you get a certain age,
there's so many good Mexican places now everywhere. You don't need to go to a Taco Bell. There's cheap Mexican everywhere.
I'm way out on Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I agree. I am out on McDonald's, out on Taco Bell. Absolutely not. I'm out
Wendy's
on Subway too. Subway's
no, you got what? Subway is same thing. Way too many great sandwich shops all over the place. Where like, there's no reason to go to Subway.
No, there's not. Pay the extra. Go to Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
All right. Gil's a new member. If I didn't mention that already, we got sidetracked, but we could talk. That'll be more off season. Off season. We'll get it back. We'll reel it back in. Brain 5679. Blue Horseshoe stealing your swimming bets. Did you see that? Who has time to go swimming on a Friday?
Yeah, well, I was
football.
Say, what pool was it? Also,
I think he was at Caesars.
Yeah, I was
like
going to say,
Caesars, didn't it?
You don't really want to go underwater in the Vegas pools. Like maybe if
Caesars Palace.
Yeah, like maybe if you're nobody in there and stuff, and it's like very remote. I'll tell you what, I've been in the Flamingo, that party pool, a few times where. Let me tell you something. I probably lost a few years off my life from the bacteria that got in me in that one. Ugh. I would, don't go actually swim. I love to swim. I'm not going to a Vegas pool to swim. You might go and hang out, dip your toe in and stuff, walk around. You don't want to be, underwater in those pools.
It's hot enough here still.
Yeah.
To go in the pool. I'll give him that. But who has time for that? For a guy that bitches, I can't believe
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I mean,
BP, why weren't you filling my CFL order?
Yeah, why weren't you going down to South Point at 4:30 in the morning? Yeah. Or why didn't you bet it on the app? Apps every week. Apps doesn't open at South Point until 8 a.m. You want me to drive down there? He wanted me to. I didn't call him out on this because I really could have embarrassed him. He was telling me I should be driving down to South Point. This is the Youngstown State Pittsburgh game. And he's telling me people are phoning up the Pittsburgh Youngstown State game. He wanted the under and he wanted Youngstown State. He didn't know it was me that was betting Pittsburgh in the over. So I was like, my response was, you really want me to drive down there right now? Because this is such an awesome bet. He's like, yeah, I think it's worth it. Yeah. Final score was at 73-17. Jesus. Unbelievable. Also, you wouldn't believe the conversations I don't tweet out coming from him. So you better not get on my bad side. Otherwise, I'm just going to take all day and start tweeting away. Steve Belkey in the chat. Is this the week to get back on the over Iowa bandwagon? 4-1 in the season after last week's under versus Ohio State. I'm not there. Washington moves the football. They can't kick a field goal.
I was going to say that. Yeah, they almost left their.
Where you at on this game? There's back and forth. I think it's a classic take 3.5, lay 2.5. 3 is probably the right number.
3 is probably the right number. I mean, really rough.
I'd lay 2.5.
I'm not. There's a couple of games this week, and now I'll sum up the Ole Miss LSU game in there where the spot is brutal. For Washington, this is a brutal spot. For Ole Miss, is a brutal spot. Hence, it's reflected in the number. But, man, I think the number, like, at Washington at 3 or better, it would be 3 or better for me. Same thing where Ole Miss at under 3. Like, I just think you're getting the better team there at maybe too significant of a discount because of the spot. So I can't do
anything with the total on LSU Ole Miss.
Bet some under for our friend the tent over there.
I agree with the 10. I think he was listening to a podcast I did, though, because he sent it out right after the podcast came out. And I was talking about, I like the under and this and that.
Gotta
wait.
go now.
Maybe.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Did we answer? I know we got another super chat. Did we answer the guy? I swear, did he ask about Kansas State, Colorado total, right? And we didn't touch on it.
Yeah. We never answered it. I'm so sorry. Did you? I mean, there's a lot of things to worry about there. And I think positive for the over because I'm not sure Kansas State can get pressure on Shedeur. That's the key. Kansas State's pass rush has been non-existent the last 3 games. And I'm not sure, Colorado's rush defense did better against UCF, but I trust Kansas State a little bit more. They're a little bit more buttoned up. So where you at? Did you bet that? I haven't yet. I haven't even bet the side yet. I hate to say this. A lot of Colorado money is going to come in.
Yeah.
I'll probably be on Kansas State.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I kind of regret not taking the early Colorado number. I will say, and this is one game that I'm against a bad UCF team that maybe I'm overreacting to. This is going to be the test. If that Colorado offensive line, defensive line, the way they dominated in the trenches, UCF, if they can start replicating that, then you're talking about Big 12 championship potential there. And this will be the test of that game where I don't think Kansas State is the end-all be-all in the trenches, but if their defensive line can hold up, I
hear you. We'll talk more about that game. Again, we appreciate
the 55 and a half.
What's up?
What do you think of 55 and a half?
Over.
Yeah, me too.
Best bet, though?
It's thin, but
that's what she said. I'm not there. Is that the best number available in the market right now?
I think. Well, there's multiple 55 and a halves out there, but FanDuel got
if that was the only one, I'd say do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's wait for tomorrow. I'm anxious to see what happens with that line. I will say this. Kansas State had a bad 6 minutes against BYU. That was it. So what's this line if they don't have that? They can still lose the game. BYU's the right side, blah, blah, blah. It was just, 31 points in like 6 minutes. So that's where I'm thinking there's going to be some value on Kansas State, but not right now. Wait till tomorrow. There'll be a lot of Colorado money. New Mexico minus 6.5. Oh, hold on. I'm getting this private chat. Bunch of them blowing up. We are over 600 viewers.
Back all it took was 8 in 1 week, and the people come
crawling back. Come crawling back. We appreciate all you new viewers in this one, especially a couple of the Walking Bet girls. I think are viewing it. Are they?
Well, if Lucy's on, Zach, DM her my number. See if see maybe we can do a little collab here on the Hammer or something.
New Mexico minus 6.5. I think they're the right side. After that original bye early in the week, we haven't seen too much movement, but I don't know how you can bet Air Force right now. New Mexico off a bye. Their offense is great. I don't like the New Mexico defense. I don't like bad teams laying points, but that's the only way I could go in this one.
Yeah, same. I think under 7 there. There's been no there's just been no. We're halfway through the season now. The Air Force offense is what it is, which is absolute garbage. There's been no. You thought maybe it'd come around. They've tried a few different quarterbacks now. And you want to talk about give me Bronco Mendenhall off a bye, a little bit of
best bet 6.5.
I hate giving it out when it's I bet a number
a couple
points ago, but that's the only way I would lean is the. That's the only way I would play is the 6.5.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Fabulous one. UCLA has found its quarterback +4 in a money line sprinkle versus the fat and happy Gophers. Worth a wager? Yeah, I agree with that move.
Me too. I thought that was of the 10th plays this week. That was my favorite one. I think. What's is that still?
Is that in? Is that coming up later?
Oh, they moved it to 3.5.
Is that coming up later? I didn't look.
Hold on. I thought. Let me just make sure. No, I didn't, but I should have.
Zach, that's crazy, man.
No, I know. Zach might have to edit it on the fly because I agree with that. Moretta was.
I thought for sure that would be in there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Probably too late. But what we'll do is
probably too late.
Yeah, probably too late. What we'll do, I got 5-minute homework for you. Shop around for the money line prices because
All right.
I wouldn't mind putting in a half unit money line price on them because I think they can win the game.
I agree.
Right.
I think it's a great spot. I don't think the Garbers, the transit, I don't think that matters at all. And just Minnesota's a team that, like, I like getting, yeah, that's one of my favorite plays of the week. And FanDuel is Zach, can we give out a 4.5 here somewhere? Like, I know there's 4.5s around. If we can't, we can't, but I would
Yeah, if
bet
there's a
that.
4.5, let's do it. Let's just do best bet on that. 4.5,
Yeah.
because the 3.5 is the worst number in the market.
Yep. I agree. I think
So wherever you got it, we are in at 4.5, according to Zach. There you go. Best bet.
yep.
UCLA. They went outright. But we'll take the points in a low scoring game.
Yep.
Just in case. But yeah, love UCLA there. They're playing hard. They really played the toughest schedule in the country so far. Eli, how many mortgage payments should I be putting on Tennessee? I do like Tennessee this week. The market doesn't. Another one that I disagree with the market. Are you got your Gator money hand over fist? Because boy, Florida's dominated the series. They're 17-2 straight up, 13-4 against the spread or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I was hoping, you know what? Where's this? Let me look at the market here. See
It's a evening game, 7:00.
Yeah. What? I was trying to see what's all available on that one because I tended to lean with you on that one, but the price was just kind of in that. There is a few. Did you bet this yet?
I bet Tennessee.
14?
No, worst number, believe it or not.
Okay.
Why are you seeing? I'm waiting. Is there
14s out there? Like 14?
Is it gonna? I'm waiting. The tout service is waiting to see if 14 is the best number. I'm like, am I gonna see better than that? That's why I've been greedy.
Okay.
But I'm okay with 14. I mean, I bet it at 15.5. I talk about CLV. I mean, I made it 17.
I like 14 as well. There's some flat 14s out there.
Right,
People,
we got it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Put it
Tennessee.
in.
I'm telling you. So what? They beat UCF. I mean, I think UCF.
I think I was gonna say. I think we've seen where there's enough points now where UCF just sucks. Like this isn't even that. They're brutal. So yeah,
should have lost to TCU. TCU sucks. I'm talking about UCF. I mean, Florida totally outclassed by Miami. Guess what? Miami's not that good. We got a couple data points saying that Miami could barely beat a couple of average ACC teams in Virginia Tech and Cal. The A&M game, they were run off the field early in that game, weather and all this stuff. Now they're on the road. Neyland, Tennessee off a loss. Love Tennessee. Boom, -14. Reduced juice. Love it. There we go. I gotta catch my place. Speaking of UCF, Guy S wants to bet -3.5 on him. I can't get there. Power Rating says it, but I don't like it. I could see him losing outright.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of those like number. I know that's come, but I took some Cincinnati a little early in the week, just as a play. Like I don't. UCF pass defense is terrible, and I think Cincinnati can roll it up. Now, should they be able to run it theoretically? Yes, but I kind of leaned over on this one as well.
I just got a blue horseshoe. This is I don't even want to. I don't want to read this.
I was going to say, is he watching from the streaming from the pool?
He's giving out a -370 favorite, 2 units on it. So I mean, if it loses, we lose 7 units.
Whatever, that's his MO.
It's unbelievable. This guy's unbelievable. Somebody stop this man. My goodness. Guy S, this one I can get behind. Pitt hasn't moved all week until this morning. Anything to read into that? Well, 2 people. The doctor and old BP like Pitt this morning. So boom. How can you not play it? It's just an auto play. Cal game of the year last week. They had it won, torn away from them, across the country for the 3rd time in a month. Pitt had 5-0 ATS. This will probably be a Narduzzi game, but whatever. I got it. It's an auto bet. Do you agree? At 3, you got 3 or less, you got to bet Pitt.
Yeah, man, this is
You want to go head to head? I'll go head to head at 3.5.
At 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5.
All right, let's do it. Zach, give me.
Boom.
I'm the new Cal guy on the show. Give me 3.5.
All right. Yeah.
I get it.
At the reduced
terrible.
juice, I'll do it.
Spots.
So.
Spot's terrible.
I just think that watch me say this. I don't think the number is going to matter. Either Cal has it or they don't.
Okay.
They get run out. So Pittsburgh head to head, love it. They ain't got it. Are you kidding me? Another wide open Miami receiver. I can just see Desmond Reed for Pittsburgh. Another touchdown, 315 all-purpose yards for the Pitt Panthers. Love it. Go Pitt.
We got another super chat from.
We got another super chat. Do we?
Yeah.
Oh wow. I cannot keep up. Benjamin Rash, $9.99. Love it. You can get some McDonald's for that, or Wendy's, or whatever you're choosing.
You're.
Seemed like Zach had a lot of the knowledge about the value menu at McDonald's. I guess he's still eating there. He's young though. His stomach can take it. Seeing a 3 on Penn State. Time to buy. Where are you at on this one? That was a good question, Benjamin. We appreciate the super chat, and I'm glad we're getting to this game finally.
A 3 would be the buy point for me. I don't see a bunch of them out, but Ben, if you got it, I'd lay it. Listen, I've been hashtag we are all week, but yeah, I know the USC money came in once it was around 5.5. Listen, I can see it at past 4.5. I could see people buying some USC back down to the 3. If you got a 3, yep, I'd be in at Penn State at 3.
Thank you for that super chat again. Jam, thoughts on Q's NC State game? This has been a wild movement throughout the week.
Yeah.
I got another negative CLV. I bet the over.
I was going to say,
at 52.5 is where I bet the over.
I think I'm involved here.
Boy, 2.5. I mean, that got out to like 4.5. Who's betting NC State? I'm not wild about. I don't know. I got nothing. NC State hasn't covered a game yet this year.
That's the only.
Not a great spot for
Syracuse.
-120.
That's the only 2.5 out there.
Yeah. I made it 3.5. So, technically that should be a bet. Right?
Yeah.
Do you want to best bet it, though?
It's on the fringe, I would say.
Yeah. What time is that game? That's a night game. Let's worry about that tomorrow.
All right.
Unless you really like it. If you step up and say,
I was going to, it would be one of those.
Only 2.5.
I'm on
but
the
it's
fringe.
at -120.
Yeah. That's like
tomorrow.
just I wouldn't say it's best bet material. I'll put it that way. I think it's
tomorrow. Johnny Bravo, we thinking the loser of Ole Miss LSU is eliminated from playoff contention? Yeah, for the most part. They'd have to win out, but you look at the two team schedules, very unlikely to win out. So I'll say this is the most important game of the weekend is Ole Miss LSU, just because it's a loser leaves town type of thing. Man, that's a big game. I'll be rooting for Lane Kiffin.
Me too. Financially.
Yeah. Get that Kelly out of there. $100 million. I got to give him credit. He took LSU for $100 million guaranteed contract. Unbelievable. Spencer Appel in the chat. Thoughts on Vandy, Kentucky? Obvious letdown spot for Vandy, but I have no interest in laying doubles with this Kentucky offense. I bet Kentucky, but that's several points ago. Buyback on Vandy late in the week, though.
I got greedy. I was, you know what? And I
took 14.
No, I never. I was like, let's see if we can nip 14.5, and then it got pushed back. So never got the number I was looking for on Vandy. I didn't really want to be on the Vandy side, but never got the number I was looking for. And now it's
coming back.
Yeah, even some 12.
What time is that game? That might be another one to revisit tomorrow. If it comes back in the
7:45.
range, I'll lay it with Kentucky. Another night game. Talk about that one tomorrow.
We talked about the under, but didn't give it out on Monday, and then it got popped.
It did. Old Tent got that one. Good for him.
Yeah, I agree with it too. I thought 46, 40 better, 45 or better was good there.
Mike Vivian, thoughts on Oklahoma money line?
Well,
so
it would
telling me there's a chance.
It would cover our awful game of the year line, so I'll be rooting for it. Also, I've got Texas season win, so I'm on the Mikey V train tomorrow. Give me an Oklahoma outright.
In all seriousness, I think it's a blowout.
I kind of think they get murdered. Yeah, I don't see how they
score. Oklahoma. Do we got Oklahoma team total? What's that? I would like to play Oklahoma team total under. Because that says, is it 7? Can I get a 17? 17 and a half? Probably not. That's what I'd be looking to play. But let's hopefully we can cash at 8.5 to get a winner there. Tom in the chat, a better way to play Clemson minus 20.5 full game or first half 10.5. You know what? I didn't play Clemson in that one. You like Clemson? Did you ask me about this on Monday?
Yeah, I actually took. I took some like 19.5 or something.
Yeah, you did. We were talking about that.
Yeah, not a big play. Lean that way. I don't think I have a.
They've been better first half team.
They have.
Obviously, been. Look at the NC State game, the App State game. I don't know though. That's just. I bet.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's kind of in the I don't have a strong opinion first half or second or full game on that one, but I put it as a lean at Clemson under 21.
Jameson, we talked about Pitt over Cal. We got a head-to-head there. I like Pitt. Mr. Cal Bear there. Mr. Lib. Mr. California.
I was going to say, if they don't cover, I'm going to go protest.
Yeah. Climb up in the trees. But I think they tore them down, if you remember, back in the day. There was a game that people camped out in the trees. It was a Cal-Tennessee opener. Musburger was having a field day with it. Him and Herbie were there at the game. It was unbelievable. People were literally camped out in the trees because they were going to tear them down to renovate the stadium. I highly recommend it. It's on YouTube.
There's a little. I just got a Steam alert.
On what?
Who do you think it was?
A Steam alert.
Yeah.
On
Steam alert.
Maryland.
No. The Memphis Tigers. The BP Tigers.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think the market was asleep on that. I don't understand. It was freaking 7.5 when the game was still when the game got rescheduled to Saturday. It was 7.5 in Tampa. Come on, folks. I'm glad it's waking up. We're in. That's my biggest bet of the week. Jeff O'Reilly, he likes Hawaii to beat Boise. We just need 21 Hawaii points. I like the over. Jeff. I know they keep betting the under. Do you like full game over? I'm
kind of confused on this under move as well. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna win. I would say
Boise, if Boise wants to score 50 something, they'll score 50 something. I like the total. My favorite.
I like our Hawaii team total over as well that we took on Monday. But
yeah, I like that. I like the full game over 59.5. Do you want to double up on it?
Yeah.
Over 59.5 best bet. Love it. I don't understand. Boise games are over 80, averaging over 80 per game. All right. Love it. There we go. Gotta look at Jimmy S. Rutgers over Wisconsin. Line seems short. Yeah, a little bit of Wisconsin money. I guess now cheap money line on Rutgers. Where you at?
I don't agree with that. Where you at? Hold on, I'm trying.
Rutgers money line. If we can find a cheap one, wouldn't be too bad for me. Wisconsin. What have they done? Oh, so what? They beat Purdue. Everybody, a high school team can beat Purdue at this point.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir.
Where's 120? I know you got the down best. My computer, I don't want it to freeze up. Minus 125. Where's that compared to market?
Let's see here.
If it's competitive, let's just do that.
Let's see what we got out there on. All right. What's a rotation? Oh, no, I found it. Yeah, that's pretty much. It's
130 now. So I'll tell you what, Zach, I'm going to put this on Zach. You find us the best money line. Best bet, Rutgers money line. Boom.
Yeah.
We're doing money lines, just lower total. And Rutgers going to win that game.
Yep. I agree with you. I think you're getting the better team at home, cheaper price. So, yep.
I like that one quite a bit. Now, Tout Service is going to take a look at that one. Guy asked Wyoming taking money. Yeah, I mean, we like San Diego State, so I don't understand that one. Have you heard anything on that? I like what I've seen from San Diego State the last couple weeks.
I have too.
Wyoming beat Air Force. Everybody beats Air Force. Who cares? Trip in the chat. Market doesn't think NC State has quit. They've taken money. Yeah, we just talked about that.
I don't think they've quit either. I just think
no. I just don't think they're any good.
No, I don't think they should be laying under a field goal there. So
we'll talk more about that one tomorrow. You got any props?
I saw a guy in the chat. Sorry, I'm trying to fill up it on as much.
That's fine.
Can here. The Avery Johnson and Will Howard. Someone called that right in the chat. I bet both of them. That was those were both franchise approved. So Zach, what are the current numbers on those?
So Will Howard, Zach, you're good, man.
The Howard rushing yardage and Avery Johnson. I think Howard's still in range. I think the Johnson's got kind of blown up.
Just go to rushing props for this one. Avery Johnson's right there. Just go to rushing props. There you go. 72.5.
Yeah, it's a little. I think he played low 60s.
And then the other one, Zach, I feel bad. We're not giving games. The other game is Ohio State, Oregon.
I have it. There's no player prop up right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Will Howard
it just went off the board for me. I'll try to get it for you guys as quick as possible. But I'm just jumping to tell you that's what happened. Yeah.
We'll take your time, man. No worries. It's funny we start mentioning
it's Canadian Thanksgiving. No, take your time. I was gonna say we probably got to rush to it and then
1 HP UNLV under 67.5. That is a little high. I mean, that's a little high. There we go.
I got it.
20.5. You want
20 and a half? 20 and a half, I'd be in.
Over 20.5, Will Howard.
Go for it.
Rushing yards, Will Howard. Over 20.5. There you go. You guys asked for it, you got it.
Here's the thing there. In the big games, and this has been an Ohio State thing, this has been a Michigan thing, when you've got a quarterback who can move, that's when you let him out of the bag. Yep, you run them. I mean, you've seen it with Notre Dame and Riley Leonard when they've had to, but like their offense isn't as compromised as that. But I'm sure all the RPO stuff that'll be on. And Chip Kelly is not one that's ever been afraid of running his quarterback, especially when he needs to. So
the Who Bangin' Sports Talk got a super chat. $5 footlong. Long time listener, but I rarely get to catch y'all live. Appreciate all you do. Well, we appreciate the super chat.
Love it.
Yep. No more $5 footlongs, though. That's another thing gone.
I tell you what.
What do we got?
I don't want to. We don't have to circle back, but I don't think the $5 footlong was ever good. It was just like $5, and so it was like, man, you had to go for it. Now, yeah,
man, there was a time I thought it was pretty solid. I mean, I lived off of that in college. Was the $5 footlong?
Yeah, me too. No, I hear you. I just.
But when I will say this: when you tried other sub places like a Jersey Mike's, like, ugh. So, I mean, I'll never eat at Subway ever again.
Yes, seriously.
630 viewers. We love it. We're starting to set records here. Hopefully, another big winning week. We'll break that 7 spot next week. Hopefully. Drew heard Sammy P talking to Rob about getting down on Illinois minus 21 last night. He seemed to hint there was news coming. Was it Hudson Card being out? Yeah, but Hudson Card's out.
I mean, the
market's that was crazy. The market hit that. What was that? Wednesday?
Yeah, I was gonna say the market. I heard that.
I can't lay 21. Can you?
No, especially no. But
I say that and it'll be like freaking 42.
And I don't know. Purdue's gotten so blasted every game this year. It's one of those like where they kind of ugly game you hang around. I don't know. I could be wrong here, but yeah, I mean the news has been baked in for 4 days.
I mean, I wrote this. I'm like, Wisconsin was 11 last week on a neutral field. I mean, Illinois 10 over Wisconsin. I know the quarterback's out and all that, but I mean, you'd be betting your life on Wisconsin. Even when the quarterback was in, I don't know. It's too pricey. 22.5 is way too pricey. San Jose State from Shane. Let's go.
I saw the Feed Me channel was on
Mr. Muscles.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I was kind of surprised they flipped Colorado State flip favorite. We do not like Colorado State on this show, so I wasn't surprised by that.
Did like them last week, I'll be honest with you.
Lean San Jose State for me.
Yeah.
Are you on Colorado State? You want to go head to head with Mr. Muscles?
I tell you, maybe I'm probably getting a little too.
Maybe I think Oregon State sucks.
It's coming along. I know they do. It's coming for Colorado State, though. I'd say that. And I think when they get Torrey Hort, like he's been back at full health. Like last week, I thought they played really well. They were unfortunate to lose that game. Now get him at home. I don't know. I kind of lean the Colorado State side of things.
Walker's asking. We just touched Colorado State and the NC State games. ULM. Actually, I like Southern Miss.
Yeah.
Is that in the thing?
Walk, I got to be honest with you here. I feel like you're buying. If you're betting ULM this week, you're buying Bitcoin at like 100,000. Like you're betting the. I think you're betting the top of the market there on a team that I don't think is really that good.
Is that in the mix for the thing that's coming up in 2 minutes?
And I might be, and I know this is like, but I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm just telling. I know this is generally speaking, but when a team's pulled a bunch of big upsets and they go from hunter to hunted, now they're all of a sudden a team that plays with no tempo. They're like dead last in the nation in tempo. Now they're laying a touchdown against a team that was, coming into the season was expected to be better than them. That's a different scenario. If I was betting a dog to win outright, I think Southern Miss would be one of the tops on the list, along with UCLA.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts. Nick G, Western Michigan -9.5. Yep, I bet it. Where you at on that game?
I would lean that way too. I don't think I have I might have a small position here on.
I was waiting a lot of Akron money. I don't know. Mac's been weird on movement, so I kind of late in. But I had made that exact bet -9.5. I think. No, I laid 8. Never mind. I'd still lean. I'm trying to remember.
I that way too. I think Akron kind of had. They were competitive last week with BG and had a really nice performance.
They did.
With that said, I don't know. This is just I like Western. I think Western Michigan's offense a little bit too much to overwhelm them on this.
Can their defense get a stop? We'll see.
Yeah.
Peyton in the chat still fading App State, ULL -10. No, you know what? Honestly, App State showed some stuff. They moved the football last week against Marshall. I know we cashed with Marshall on that, but
yeah,
I don't want to lay 10.
I don't want to lay 10 either. To be honest with you, I might.
App State would be another one that I sneaking around at 10.5. I'd lean App State. App State is another one that'd be sneaky, could win the game outright.
Is that what is there? You want 10.5?
Sure, why not? 10.5.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in at 10.5.
Best bet. Wow,
I like it.
We got a big card. We're getting greedy. Let's say a 14 and 2.
Yeah, 1 week and I think can't lose a play here. But no, that was kind of the number waiting around for that.
Is this the week for Rice money line round robin from John?
Oh my God, Bryce money's been coming.
No way.
The Rice money's been coming.
Not from me.
Not me either this week, which means it's on. Which means this is
probably
the week.
Yeah. Action Sports Central, lots of interesting MAC games Saturday. Miami, Ohio, Central Michigan, since they're on the take. Okay, 10th likes Eastern. I'm opposite. Miami, Ohio for me. Just played the much tougher schedule, but nothing major there. Central Michigan. I do lean Central Michigan, but there's so many shenanigans in their games.
All right. Maybe I'm a sucker, and I'll have to go investigate myself I'm in on Central Michigan this week. I think you're getting the better.
Where we at though? It was 3 got bought.
I know. It's all 2.5s now.
Yeah, so that's what you're still buying at 2.5. It's up to you. I took 3.
Yeah, I agree. I need it. It's not best. If you have a 3 out there, even a 3 minus 120 or something, I'd play it.
All right.
I think they're live as a teaser.
As a teaser,
No. As a teaser for what's upcoming.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not. Don't put them in. No. Don't put them in.
Well, you know what I was meaning there. 2.5 tees into 8.5. That's what I thought. I was like, oh my God. Just when I thought that, your tweet from this morning was the worst thing you could say today. You say, oh, let's tease some college football.
Well, are you a T-Math guy? You are.
T-Mac. I'm just not. I'm not going to give them the women of the gambling Twitter the benefit of the doubt because one of them made fun of me this week. So I'm not in a good mood with that. So I'm not going to.
I missed that.
I have things to say, but I'm football right now.
Zach, pull that up.
No, I have things to say, but we'll wait till the offseason. I just want to win.
All right.
So step on a duck. I apologize. I'm going to say this on the air. I apologize. I think I accidentally blocked this guy.
You did because he was DMing me for a bit.
Yeah,
trying to be
you
like,
know
hey,
what? It must have been somebody else.
Me.
Yeah, so I apologize to you. Thoughts on the Army UAB total sizable position here? Would love your thoughts at 54.5. I could only go over because I just think it could be a quit factor and Army just run right through them and they just couldn't stop them. But it's tough with UAB with a backup quarterback. Where you at there? I didn't bet it. I'm sorry. I wish I had a stronger take for
Me
you.
too. I was going to say that. I
have Army, but it's ridiculous.
On this one, I think number-wise, it's all right around the 54-55 range. And I could see a couple of different game scripts here where maybe Army just sits back and leans on them and runs, the tempo. Maybe the UAB's the quit factor. They just get run up. This number, though, oh my God!
I can't get it. I downgraded UAB a touchdown from last week, and I'm at 22. I don't want them though. I mean, it's a big disparity. I don't want UAB. I'd probably need 28.5, and then I'd consider it.
I was just gonna say at 28, I'm in. I don't care how ugly or how much you quit. I'm in at 28.
That line is probably Pickett at September 1st.
Seriously,
I'm not joking. It's probably. I looked at it. I'm like, it's probably gonna be Pick.
I don't. If I see a 28 between now and the kickoff, I'm buying it. I'll just tell you that.
All right, they've been waiting an hour. It's time.
It's time. And now although you made me feel because God damn it, I wish I put UCLA in this after talking.
Well, we got a best bet on them, so
we got a best bet on them.
That was the most obvious one of the week, and you can't. You got a simple job and you can't do it. No, I'm joking.
Moretto was rushing me. Rushing. I'm trying to do it for any other. So. All right, Zach, cue me up, baby. Give me the round. Disclaimer: if you'd like to include UCLA, I would not hate it if you sub out UCLA for one of these. Go back to it. Central Michigan, we just talked about here.
Yep, I like it better.
I like them at home. I think you're a little better team than Ohio. MAC games, love the dog money lines of MAC games. Fire up chips, baby, in that one. It might be, there might be, a Russian guy or somebody on the take here for Central Michigan. Hopefully, they're on the take to win this week. Nevada at Oregon State. Just don't think that Oregon State's any good. And Nevada's live here. I know it's been a kind of a popular play. Lines coming down. I just agree with the move there.
I think Nevada wins.
Yeah, I think Nevada's live in that one. I'm
liking this, man.
Southern Miss. Listen, I'm not going to sell you on Southern Miss here. This is a price play. It's just ULM. This is about as inflated as I think you're going to get a number on ULM as a 6.5-point favorite here. I like Southern Miss on the side, and so let's sprinkle a little money line in a game, slow tempo, ugly game, 1 or 2 turnovers either way. I think can shift it. That type of game. So, and
there we go.
The Wildcats, baby. I liked what I saw from Northwestern against Indiana last week. I don't think Maryland's any good. Gun to my head, I might sub out UCLA for Northwestern here.
Yeah, I agree with that. So here's as the experienced tout. So if you're watching this show and it's too late, The Northwestern game's already kicked out. You're just taking Northwestern out, obviously, and you're putting UCLA in.
Yeah.
Now, if Northwestern pulls the upset, keep in mind, we'll be all over Twitter on this one because Blue Horseshoe just gave out Maryland money line, a 2-star at minus 340 or whatever the hell it was, 370. So we're going to be all over Twitter. We'll be touting that up. So either way, sounds like a winner. I like all of them. I like all 4 of those legs, and I like the UCLA leg. So I don't know. You know what that means? Probably.
If it comes down to this game, and this is it, we might have to do like an emergency live stream tomorrow night.
Comes down to what?
Well,
Northwestern game's
tonight, unfortunately. Northwestern Maryland.
Well,
that's what I said. We're going to be.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So we'll not that way. If it loses, we can be. Oh no, we subbed in UCLA.
Yeah, we're subbing it in. We're firing. We're going right back and firing.
Yeah, have Moretto. Blame Moretto for Reyes. So
yeah.
No,
I like it. I honestly do. I think Northwestern is. I have bet Northwestern multiple times. I sent out Northwestern, so I like Northwestern. So I like that one. You know what that means? Probably 0-4. But, no, I honestly, you've been doing well on these. I mean, you're winning. What's your record? Do you have a winning record? Like straight up? I bet it's 50% at least.
We had a couple 3 for 4 weeks, a couple 2 for 4 weeks. I know we had 1 for 4 week.
So we're right about 50% on these, which I mean is making money, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just haven't had the 4 for 4 home run banger so far. So, and I know it's getting late in the season now; it's getting tougher. But yeah,
no, I like them. I'll be honest. Sometimes rivalry week can be easier.
Yep.
But no, I like that one quite a bit. I'll tell you what. Let's recap the best bets. We gave you a lot, folks. If you were one of the 600 plus people watching. You got your appetite. You wet your whistle today. Talking fast food. We're talking best bets.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Cornell going already. That one, look at that CLV. Boom, people watching. Cornell going on right now. Over in the Northwestern game, we'll be rooting for a lot of Northwestern points there. Rutgers love that money line. Don't understand that. San Diego State's flipped a dog. We still like it. Oklahoma, we don't like that price, obviously. That was a summer bet there, but let's go Sooners. Boomer Sooner. BG minus 2.5. Ziggy Zumba there for the Falcons, rooting for a win there. Memphis minus 6.5. Love it. North Texas minus 5.5. Love it. Tennessee chalk. Love it. Give me more. Will Howard franchise approved over 20.5 rushing yards. Love the handicap there. App State plus 10.5. Love the price. UCLA plus 4.5. Forget the points. They went outright. Boise over 59.5. We love it. We love the team total over. We're doubling up on that one. What a loaded portfolio.
Did
we miss anything? And I bet I said 10 games. They're like, oh, we'll come back to it. So, yeah. Let's see that record up there. So we knocked a big notch in that. Let's try to get close to 500 here.
Cornell TD to start the game, baby.
Yeah, we're turning things around here, folks.
Let's go.
Let's try to get to 50% here in the next 2 weeks. The all-time record, I'm talking. That's the goal. I got nothing else, man. You got anything to close it out?
No, good stuff. And look forward to the Saturday big noon showdown.
Yep. Again, we will be with you guys halftime. Wisconsin. No, not Wisconsin. Minnesota. No, not Minnesota. Washington. I get my Big Ten teams. Washington it's tough for me. I'm thinking Big Ten, and it's Washington at Iowa. Washington at Iowa. Big noon game on Fox. We'll be live halftime. Probably have a few more best bets for you guys, to say the least. For the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire, Zach Phillips. Thank you to all the questions, comments, concerns, all the super chats. I think we broke a record for the amount of super chats today. Love the viewership. Love you guys. We also love FanDuel, our sponsor. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network.